Hi, it's forcedairfurnace.net again. Just wanted to show you, after troubleshooting this furnace, how easy it was, and perhaps maybe you would be able to save yourself a few dollars by doing the same. Now, the first thing, as we've discussed before, that happens in a sequence of operation on a furnace is the thermostat calls for heat. Now, as you can see, this is a heating only forced air furnace. It does not have air conditioning, and the thermostat wire, which is right there, has two wires, a red and a white. Now you cannot reverse them, so it doesn't matter if you went up and changed red to white and white to red, or blue and green, or whatever colors you may have. All that matters is that on this control board, one wire is hooked to R, one to W, and the same should correlate to the back of your thermostat when you pull the cover off. Okay, if that is all satisfactory and your batteries are operating, then your thermostat should be operating. One thing that I typically do just to eliminate thermostat problems is I will take one small straight piece of wire and jumper from R to W, just so there's a small loop there. Just as that's all the thermostat does, is it's a switch that closes and opens on temperature. Very simple. It's really not complicated, and like I said, you don't have to worry about getting the polarity wrong and switching the wires up. So, alright, so here the thermostat is calling. I'm going to push in the door button here, okay, and then we should get a flashing light. You'll hear it click, and immediately, as you can see now, the induced draft blower motor is working. Okay, so what happens is it proves ventilation. It'll do this for roughly, I don't know, they all vary. And then close the switches that we talked about, and then you can see along that process the igniter comes on for roughly, it'll glow for about 10 seconds before the gas valve comes on. So now we're heating up, and because we don't want to send cold air into the home, we want to make sure the furnace is warmed up before we turn on the blower that actually feeds the house. So here in a few moments you're going to hear this bottom blower kick on and start actually moving warm air into the home. But this was a pretty simple fix, and there goes the blower now. You can probably hear that. This was a simple fix. As I was saying, the vent, you can see that is deteriorating here. Some debris got down into the induced draft blower motor, and the wheel that's inside, the impeller, was actually bound on something. So I was able to remove that, and now it seems to be working fine. So I've shut that down. That is not always the case with these, though. If you ever go up and yet you find that maybe your own furnace, the blower motor is locked up like that, it's rare that you can just remove something from it internally and it worked properly again. Often when that happens, you have to replace the induced draft blower motor. So if you have any questions, you know how to contact me at forcedairfurnace.net.